My name is Jayla Ward, and going to start this roller coaster of a TED Talk by telling you a story. So, in 8th grade, my best friend and I used to tell each other everything. But the one thing I used to hate listening to was this TV show she was obsessed with. So, instead of actually listening, I just sit there and nod my head and pretend like I was, when really I was thinking about what language deaf people think in. But eventually, I got tired of her rambling on, and I kindly asked her, "What are you talking about?" And so later that night, as directed, I went on to Netflix, watched the show, and bam! I was instantly attracted to it like a 10-pound magnet. Now, if you don't know what Scandal is, it's a TV show that takes place in Washington, D.C., where the main character is a political fixer named Olivia Pope. She solves problems and helps people who needs it, and even talks about wearing a metaphorical white hat that stands for justice. And since she wears it, she stands for justice too. But I know what you're thinking. Why is this in my TED Talk? Well, it is because I am confusing you. And the confusion you feel now is how I felt when I first started watching this show. But after a while, the feeling of confusion left, and in washed the feeling of empowerment, which is why I believe television is beneficial to our lives, because it can inspire us to pursue greater things which can lead to a successful life. Now, I sent out a survey, and one of the questions I asked was, do certain things in the TV show inspire you to do positive things? Well, when I looked, 75% of you said yes. But why, you ask? Because most of the stuff on television can be incorporated into real life situations that make you think at least one of the three things. This idea is an actual problem that needs to be solved. This idea/person motivates me to better myself or others. This idea can really make a difference in life. These few things have been thought or said by a range of people, including myself, causing great improvements around us. Let's take Olivia Pope, for example.
It's about time. Olivia Pope. How nice to finally make your acquaintance.
I took Melly back. I am now her chief of staff, and you are now our prisoner.
Is that right?
Where should we stick her? Guantanamo?
Too nice. Maybe something cold and damp a few thousand feet beneath the Pentagon.
Care to do the honors?
Of all the mistakes you've made,
Your mistake was thinking you could take what's mine, and should you make that mistake again, remember this. You can't take Olivia Pope. Olivia Pope takes you.
Now, even though Olivia Pope wasn't inspired by television, I was. And if you couldn't tell from before, this is the show that inspires me the most. Now, if I asked you at this moment how you felt about this clip, how this video made you feel, you'd probably say that you didn't care or it didn't matter to you. But what if you knew some background knowledge about what was happening? You see, this blonde woman was a very horrible person who, after the original president was elected, she had him assassinated so his opponent, Melly Grant, could be elected. But after Olivia found out, she set out to get justice for Cyrus, because he was the vice president-elect. But when Payus found out, he set out to do a series of things to make them feel defeated, such as killing Elizabeth North, did I skip one? Threatening to kill Olivia, and even threatening to kill the last of Melly's children. Do you feel inspired now? She literally had a threat against people who have killed before and would kill again, if need be. But did this stop her? No. She outsmarted Payus and the blonde lady and brought them both to justice. This show keeps me calm and collected, and when I am in a stressful situation like this one, I think WWOPD. What would Olivia Pope do? I am mostly confident and hardworking because channel my inner power player and handle my business. Now, am I saying go? Oh no, it's going to be really important. Now it's another, but I'm not the only one who takes things from television, positive things. Another student said that the show Bones made her want to investigate and ask questions. But do you know who else investigates and asks questions? Scientists, private investigators, detectives, marine biologists, reporters. All these people and more have a powerful influence in life. And she can choose. This student can choose to become one of these and make bank money, but most importantly, help people. All because she decided to watch this one show. Another student gets good grades, wants to be a surgeon, swims like she was born in the ocean, said the show Parks and Recreation inspires her, but mostly the character Leslie. No, Leslie is trying to make a difference in her community by building a park, but she goes through all this strife, including falling in the pit where the park is supposed to be built, and even accidentally giving a guy a concussion while trying to fill the pit. But does that stop her? Nope. She ends up building the park, and everyone loves her in the end. And even our teacher, Miss Rosell, said that the book/movie Freedom Riders inspired her to become a teacher. And if she wasn't here, would I still be doing this TED Talk? Yo no sé. But I know that it's another great example of taking positive things from television and helping people want to pursue greater things. Now, I'm not saying go get popcorn and grape juice and so we can binge watch Scandal and take on murderers and wear symbolic hats. No, heck no. Because even though Eli talked about going outside your comfort zone, this is the danger zone where most dead people come from because they took on murderers and were hacked to bits. I am saying that you should take a better look at what you're watching and ask yourself, how can I use this to change lives? Because someday you might find your own inner Olivia Pope and take on the world one step at a time. Thank you.